Welcome anybody that may be watching as we'll go truly live here in just a moment. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Thursday of Ruthless Racing Pro Playoff action. And this time it's from the concrete jungle, the Monster Mile, Dover Speedway, or Raceway, or I don't know. It's a mile of you don't know what's next. That's for sure. But the guys just finished qualifying, so we're just waiting for those invites, and we'll get this show on the road. But once again, thanks to everybody who supports us here at Ruthless Racing. And I know I promised Wednesday, but due to unforeseen circumstances, the video did not come out. So target is tomorrow. Video pieces are there. They just must be sewn together through the inner workings of technology and the human brain. And we'll be good after that. But for now, we're going to shift our attention to the Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs at Dover in the next gens. Oh, we got Trav Nation coming back around here. It's been a while since we've heard from the Trav Nation group, but it's good to see that they're still out there, because we all know Trav Nation has brought a good piece of the Ruthless support here. But nonetheless, we're just waiting on those invites. But yes, back to the video I was talking about with the human brain and all that. The video is supposed to come out tomorrow. I'm going to try to do all that meshing and sewing together tonight after this long one at Dover. And that's for the die-cast giveaway. And trust me, this is one you don't want to miss. If you missed the last one, don't miss this one. There's some other things going on. Where's Skew? Well, the last I heard, where he's from is as hot as India. You know, where you see people with their flip-flops sticking to the asphalt? It's like that hot where he's at or something. So, Godspeed, Skew car, with that heat. I don't think he's a senior citizen or anything. I don't think he has to worry about, like, overheating. Just get you some peak coolant and put it down that gullet. You won't overheat. Peak performance coolant. Not sponsored. And they're telling me to join. Alright, so we will be racing the 100th NASCAR Cup Race event. But technically, I guess at this point, with the next gen cars, this would be like the 103rd or so. 102nd running. But yeah, this is going to be your Ruthless Racing Pro playoffs taking off from Dover. And as we get in here, we'll see who is sitting on that pole. Right on that pole. Alright, so we gotta take a look here, see if we got anybody streaming for us. I don't see anybody at the moment. So I am subscribed to everybody. And y'all let me know. Henson on the pole here. Oh, we got a few off the wall already. Sorry, I was looking for a stream. Anybody out there don't care knows if somebody streams something. Yeah. Henson though off to that early lead, and we'll get situated here and find out where everybody is. There's Hollywood and Speed Clinic out here in the 78 tonight. This could be a new name for somebody that I'm just not knowing. It could be Billy, maybe. I wouldn't imagine that. I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody will let me know. Also, if anybody out there in this race is streaming, I can't find you if you are. Early on from Dover, we've seen a couple hit the wall already. Alex here in the 77 off the wall a little bit early. There's Dunlap out there in the 9 trying to get it done. Big Ben out in the 45 Toyota. See him out here trying to stay away from that wall. Cork Mod in the 8. G-Dog in the 17. Looks like he's trying to round everybody up with Swerve in the 50. Pit Viper Camaro. And there's Typical, not in a very good spot here early. You see he is deep down into this pack right now, but ticket is punched for him, no worries. Death Before Dishonor makes a move inside the 8 of Cork, and then there is your leader Henson. And then that engine glitch that we do not like. Henson said he's here to win tonight. And I believe him. He wants to punch that ticket, be a part of that Ruthless 4 in the championship. The Ruthless Championship 4 is what we will... the Ruthless 4, but the Ruthless Championship 4. Right now you're in the Ruthless round of 8. And, you know, really, there is 7 guys out here with the win are automatic at Auto Club racing for it all. And I promise next week you do not want to be having to bet on Talladega to make it into the next round. SKU Car, if you have a second, man, see if anybody's streaming their point of view for me, as I don't seem to have anybody. Also, if you can find out any information on the guy in this 78, is this a name change that I'm unaware of or something? HMS Speed Clinic. Could be Billy was driving this car. He could have. This could be like his new next gen account or something. I was unaware, but interesting nonetheless. That is DB, the best, right here in the 20. Yeah, 78 is Billy. All right, good deal, good deal. Oh, we got a huge wreck here between Speed Clinic and DB the Best. I'm not sure what happened there going into turn 2. Looked like nearly a lag maybe. And there we go. First caution of the day. Huge wreck, as we were just talking about him. Speak of the devil, huh? All right. Interesting already, as Henson looked like he was on a way to putting the 2 fingers out the window in stage number 1, but not going to happen for now, as I believe we're looking at 1 pit here in stage 1, and I don't know if we ran enough laps yet to do that, if that pit's going to count or not. So once we get that link here, we'll be good to go. Henson and Typical, I guess, maybe taking right sides or something. Maybe getting through the wreck. But nonetheless, it's going to be those 2 on the point. 23 of JWoww and the 48 of Shepard. And 5th is going to be the 78 of Billy, but we'll call him Speed Clinic. Here, oh, we got some damage back here. Oh, Speed Clinic around. That might have been Hollywood I was looking at. That's another incident there. Lynch, a part of that one in the 1 as well, and that's going to bring out another caution very early on here at Dover. Caution brought to you by SKU Car. Alright, so Typical, I guess, had already seen himself drop back here a little bit. Not sure if there's something wrong with this car that he's filling. There's my boy. That's my boy right there. Hey yo, we're on board with JWoww. And right there, what you see on the screen as his gamer tag, that is his YouTube name as well. So thanks to him, JWoww there. And then I'm sure there'll be another plug there in the stream. Anybody who want to look at another one possibly might pop up there. But JWoww going to be on the point with Shepard for this one. That is Hollywood up here in the 14. My apologies. That 78 and that 14 look eerily similar. Shepard, though, been on a hot streak in these next gens. And I know he's been ready for these next gens for quite a while. And he's proven his point. As you can see, these cars aren't really locking these exits here for most of these guys. As we get up here with Shepard, you can see he probably didn't start all that great, but he finds himself up here in 2nd. And that turn 2 is going to be deadly tonight. Hot Rod, though, 2 podium finishes in the last 2 races here. A win for him. He's punched into that Ruthless 4 for a chance at the Auto Club in a couple weeks. A lot of guys up here would like to punch that ticket. JWoww has no implications towards his season here, but 2nd through 4th do. I'm not sure if that 9 of Dunlap is still in the playoffs. I think he is. Everybody was still in the playoffs come this round if they were eligible. Typical, no implications really, as he has punched his ticket with the closest finish in Ruthless racing history last week at Charlotte. Typical literally won by the grill tape against JWoww in that 23 McDonald's Toyota. But yeah, he had a not so great of a race last week. He has been the ruthless ringer as he wins more than he loses. And I think we counted it up the other night. Something like, oh, Henson up! Moves Hollywood up the track, clears the path just for the 5 car there. On board with that one, perfect. Got Hollywood kind of out of whack there. And Henson's going to drop into 4th, put Hollywood into rounding up the top 5 now. DB in the 20 had a good car to start this one, finds himself behind Hollywood. And you wonder if that 20's got the power to get on up through here from where he's at. But right now it looks like the pace is fairly steady from 5th on back. Not too much hard racing throughout the field. But yeah, back to typical last week. Just not a great race overall last week. As our stream host, in-race stream host, JWoww, is your leader. 25 out of 37 laps complete here at Dover in stage number 1. 3 pits going to be required in the next 2 stages. 70-some laps apiece those are. Inside goes the 5 for a brief moment on Shepard, but he don't like it all that much. He's going to be pressuring this 48 here as he gets off the wall a little bit. All that draft there going to help him though. 23 not really pulling away like he would like. 5 peaks inside again, coming down to turn number 1. Back in order he goes. We're going to stay right here, battle for second. It's typical, feels like he has the better car over the 48 as he goes down to the inside. He's going to draw even for 3 and 4. 18 is going to stay a little bit high. 48 of Shep going way up the track, going to clear for 2 cars to pass in the 5 of typical and 18 of Henson. Back in order goes the 48 to 4th. Hollywood still hanging in there strong in 5th position. DB from around the lead early on, had a good strong car. Wreck early on there with the 78. As we're just doing a quick flip through the field. See if anybody is too out of shape back through here. Good racing here in the back of the pack. See G-Dog goes around Big Ben. Look like real low and Cork were having a battle here. He's still got that engine noise problem. So Shepard, after getting the move put on him by typical, finds himself dropping back. He just kind of lost that pace or rhythm that he had. And it is hard here at a place like Dover to just run opposite lines the whole time. Dunlap gets out of whack, gets up there. I know I'm just going to call him Billy a few times. I'll just, Speed Clinic, I think is what we were looking at. Yes, okay. But that is Billy, for anybody wondering. So typical, now, as we saw him earlier, was back in the pack. Henson earlier leading the pack. And then now JWoww, he's been the leader for quite some time since that last restart. And now typical has moved all the way up here to second. And he has Henson towing right behind him. These 3 looking to check out a little bit as Hollywood moved up to 4th during all the shuffling whenever Shepard got past. So JWoww here right now is your leader. As they cross the line, we are about 5 seconds, 6 seconds behind. 4 laps to go here in stage number 1, as we will stay right here with the front after taking a quick look at the race around Hollywood. As everybody looks to be in pretty good order, we'll get right back on here with these 3 guys. There's 3 to go now. Hard straight line racing here down the backstretch. Henson probably would really like to pass these two for this stage win. But as they go back out of 4 one more time, or again rather, they will have 2 to go at the line there. And JWoww has a good streak here running since he started last week, as he got 2 stage wins and possibly should have swept the whole race. I'm not going to lie. Typical to the inside. This will be 1 to go in stage number 1, and they come by this time. Advantage is still to the 23. Lap car is going to be all kinds of in the way. That's going to make JWoww try to let out of it a little bit, not to get all the way up next to that wall. Henson not going to be able to be a contender here. Through 3 and 4 one more time in stage number 1. The 23 possibly not going to get it done here, as Typical is going to take stage number 1 here from Dover after already punching his ticket last week in the closest finish in Ruthless history. He goes at it again with the same contender and takes stage number 1 on the very last lap. Big inside move with the lap car coming up. Perfect storm for the 5 car to sweep in there and get that stage win. As we go back over here, Henson, he was a leader for much of this stage, but did not get the stage win, but rather gets 3rd. It'll be Typical, JWoww, Henson, Hollywood, Shep, rounding up your top 5, DB, Speed Clinic, Billy, then Court, Dunlap, and Nascarillo, rounding up your top 10. And that is stage 1 from here at Dover. It's your Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs. Stage break brought to you by Skew Car. Typical going to be on the point for this stage restart. Stage 2, JWoww right next to him. It's going to be Henson, Hollywood, and Shep rounding up the top 5. DB right there, though, on the outside in 6th. As we get going, Typical has an early car length advantage to slide up, but not down the backstretch as he chooses to stay down low. As you see everybody behind him, a lot of cars washing up. We got 1 into the wall. It's the 8 of Court. Many more washing up. Big Ben against Lynch here against the wall on the 1 as he lets 2 by. Hard racing here between the 18 and the 514 right there, waiting for a mistake of Hollywood. DB has now moved up in the 4th, and JWoww now all the way back to 5th. Wonder what happened there as we was looking back through the pack. Good separation here between the front runners and the back runners at the moment. Henson did say he was coming to win this race tonight. He does not need the stages. If he just gets that last one, it's all that matters. Off the apron a little bit there, able to hang on to it. Hollywood's hard onto the bumper as they come out of 4. Slide job up on the 5. Not sure if he really got into the wall there, but definitely broke loose. That's going to allow Typical to come down and make it orderly for 1 through 3. It's still side by side for 4th. DB and JWoww are neck and neck back there, battling for 4th position. Hollywood at the moment looks like he's content with where he's sitting. Battle for 4th, lines out, top 5 now orderly. Oh, couple off into the wall. Here we go, 1 down into the inside, 24 of death around. And that's going to be another caution. 9 got some damage up on that crash. I believe Court also a part of this. So, yeah, another big crash here in stage number 2. 3rd caution of the day brought to you by Skew Car Drink Break. Also brought to you by the one and only, the GOAT of NASCAR, Skew Car. Turn 2 Calamity, correct. All right, so caution there. early, rather early in stage number 1, finds Henson back to the lead off of these pit stops. Toyota's beat Chevy off pit road this time, as we'll get you a lap count on this restart. Typical Henson, DB, Hollywood, and JWoww. Nascarillo up there to 6th. Orderly restart for the moment, as we've got 70 laps remaining in this stage. And I imagine that is going to still be 3 pit stops through this one. Look like we got some guys running mid-22s out here tonight. DB finds himself up into 2nd, was a front runner in stage 1. Oh, got some contact through the back. Getting rather single file. Oh, 12 got some contact. That's what we're going to see a lot off of that exit. We're going to have to start a Dover Strop campaign here in these next gens. Darlington, you're not the only one anymore. There's Shep, had a good run early on, ran 2nd for many, many laps in stage 1. But he got passed by Typical, and I swear he's not been the same since. So we'll see if he gets it lined out. A lot of laps left here. Probably about 135 plus laps left to figure it out and punch that ticket to be one of the Ruthless 4 in the championship race come Auto Club. Thanks to everybody who's watching. This is the Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs at Dover on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed, because we're going to do our 1,000 subscriber diecast giveaway in just a week's time. Next Thursday at Talladega, we will be taking entries for the diecast giveaway. I will spit that out correctly in a second. Henson's still your leader, as everybody seems to be in good straight line fashion. But that's right, free to you through Ruthless Racing. The Great Deer, wherever he may be, I've not seen him in quite a while, but he did win. And Tim Roth, wherever he may be nowadays. But those two were our winners last time, and yeah, they got their diecast, so good on them. We have a whole process, so it's at wherever you want it to be shipped to you. So like if you win, we'll get in contact with you. We have a whole process to confirm that it's you and all that good stuff, and you just tell us where you want us to send it to, and from there I hope you get it. But yes, free. I don't know if I said that or not. Oh yeah, the Great Deer. The Great Deer has a YouTube channel, and I do believe he posted a short or a video of the diecast that he won from us. So yeah, you can go check that out if you want. The Great Deer 53, I think is his name. He has a YouTube channel that he posts some stuff on. You want to check him out. Alright, good orderly racing here. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Nascarillo getting a little too wide with some people here. Looks like he's going to be on the worst part of it all. There, you know, you can race door to door here at Dover, but yeah, there's not really a great two-line racing system here. Hey, great question about what the cars are. I'll tell you what, video should be out tomorrow, so make sure you're subscribed so you can check that out when I post it. But for sure, the first chosen winner of the diecast giveaway will have an option at a Chase Elliott Elite Watkins Glen win. And So yeah, it's a really cool paint scheme. We'll have that posted tomorrow. But that is one of the cars that you could win if you're the first chosen. Look here, Cork Mob, he's in there getting some service. There you go, skew car with the plug. And there is Henson, still your leader. JWoww and DB second, third. Hollywood fourth, Typical fifth. Billy, all kinds of issues today. Been involved in a couple of crashes. Running a speed clinic in the 78 tonight. Mascarillo has poked his head up towards the front quite a few times tonight as well. He's got a full field of 16 tonight. So we'll get back up to the front here, watching Henson lead this bunch around here in stage 2. Possibly could be seeing some pit stops before long. Maybe the next 2 or 3 laps for some of these people. For anybody also curious, the video from the last diecast giveaway is still on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And I think some of those cars are still available to be chosen in this giveaway. Obviously 2 of those cars from the last giveaway are no longer there, but I think a couple got added for this one. But if you want to get an idea of what's available, there's a couple of the cars from the last giveaway up there. But yeah, some of them are autographed. That's correct. Honestly, if I could remember every one of them, I would. There's like 10 to choose from, you know. There will be 2 chosen people who will get 1 choice each. If I can make that any clearer, let me know. Right now you're watching with Henson, and he promised he wants to win this one. And a lot of people like to prefer to the nose, like as the chrome horn, as you know, I'll use the chrome horn to win this race. Well, personally, I'm tagging it as the ticket puncher. I will use this ticket puncher to make sure I'm in the Ruthless 4 at a chance at a championship in a couple weeks. Just like you all should show up next Thursday, punch your ticket at a chance to win a diecast here from the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. All right, here goes Henson. He's going to go down, get his pit out of the way early on. Pit. Oh, DB comes down. And that was close. Oh no, is the 20 going to be like glitched out here on the wall? Okay, I think it saved him. I think it did save him. Sometimes that just happens, you know, in our view. That didn't really happen to them. Shepard going in for a pit. A lot of people went in this last time though. Some guys stayed out that little extra lap. So we might see some guys run out of fuel coming back around here. A lot of guys in there. Oh, I think Cork. I think he is no longer available in the race maybe. It's Typical is now in on pit road. I think he might have been out of gas. I'm not quite sure. Henson coming out right now. And DB is going to be right there next to him. The battle off pit road is between cars that are inside one another. So we'll see how this one's going to work out. Now that is a race off pit road if I've ever seen one. So it looks like everybody's solid back out as we get a few coming off pit road as they come back around. At this moment, the 23 is running fifth. That will put Typical at where he is at the moment in the lead as Henson goes by and takes that lead right now. So here is the battle now. We're back out to after the pit stops here. It's going to be Henson, the 20 of DB, the best. JWoww in third, Typical fourth, Hollywood fifth. So good stuff there by everybody on these pit stops. I'm sure there was some mistakes throughout the field, but I mean, a lot of these cars were driving around each other before these pit stops, and it seems like everybody's staying about where they are, except for Court. He has parked that RCR engine tonight. As we get up with Henson, your leader, here in stage number 2. As we get back around, get us a lap count. And at this moment, 42 laps remaining. Still another pit stop here in stage number 2. This is your Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs at Dover in the next gens, right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. So DB not leaving the 18 too soon. Alright, for the moment it seems like everybody is off of that fresher tire, and they're going to be like this. Cars are going to do better, do worse from this point forward without any cautions happening. As we look through the field for this brief moment, we don't see a whole lot of battling going on. We do have a couple cars running rather close. See JWoww, he's trying to work his way up through here. Typical making a move on DB back here for second. As we look off the nose of JWoww here for this one, Typical gets up into second. DB now into third. Henson's still your leader. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Make sure you like the stream. And let me know, are you excited for Atlanta in the NASCAR Cup Series this Sunday? Semi-super speedway track. Henson, your leader, now has the biggest challenge of the stage, as Typical has came to life. As we start, as I was just speaking of, we're off that fresher tire now. Cars will start to fall back or get better. And I don't really so much think Henson fell back. I think Typical and Henson got way better, and Typical has just got just a better car at the moment. Now as this run progresses and gets a little longer, the gap between the bumper of the 18 and the 5 could separate a little bit. So it's a good battle here for second. And as third is won by JWoww. DB will fall back a little bit there. That's 2 spots for him and about 3 laps. Good battle here for the lead now. Typical to the inside. Oh, a little bit off the nose. Henson into the wall. All right, so Henson is now in danger of losing a spot to JWoww as well. As Typical went by, there was a little bit of contact, and Henson got up into the wall. Now it's going to be Henson trying to battle off JWoww as he gains the momentum back. Dover, big rhythm track. Once you get out of that groove that you've been running, it's hard to stay there. You see Henson, he runs up the track a little higher than he has all night. But JWoww right there. DB has fallen off the pace of the front 3 now. So we'll see how his car reacts as this run progresses with another pit stop still out there to grab. Got some great battling out there on the track to be through 1 pit stop in stage number 2 as second place being battled for once again. This time is Henson and JWoww. JWoww to the inside advantage. Henson going to have to ride the high line, tries to get down for some air as they go down the back stretch. And he's going to settle nicely into third. DB still not right there. He could be out of the air, the draft rather. For now, he would be sitting quite alone as 5th place Hollywood is way back off the front 4. DB losing those front 3 lap by lap. JWoww trying to get back up here and see if he can pull a few moves on Typical, as they look like they are catching that 5 car through here. Henson, though, I believe he's going to be losing that 20 car, or 23 car rather, as they go around here. Seems like a good moment. Pit stops probably here not too awful long, but we're going to do Ruthless Crank It Up playoff edition. So do just that, crank it up. Alright, second pit stop. Third pit stop underway, or second pit stop underway here, sorry. And I think this one might get them to the end. It is going to be close for some of these guys. That is a, I believe that was a penalty there. Everybody merging to the back stretch here. Interesting. As we get going here after that second pit stop. As we get everything underway. All right, so Henson at this moment is looking good with these pit cycle coming around. Looks like everybody pitted rather well there. All right, so we do have one pit stop under review. We'll see what happens. Typical and Henson battling. DB is going to be your leader, though. Or I'm sorry, JWoww in the 23. And looks like he's got a good gap there. It's Typical and Henson second and third behind him. DB, though, in fourth. He, he's not really lost a whole lot of pace here. Back up here to the leaders. JWoww works on a lap car here of Big Ben, as he is having a little issue there on the exits. Just doing a quick flip through the field here as we got not so many laps. I think that last pit stop's going to do it for these guys making it on the end with 15 laps to go here in stage number 2. I think it's going to be rather close for some of these guys as well. So we had somebody, oh, we got one way back here all over the place. I'm not sure who that was. Somebody was wrecking down the front stretch. So didn't see any hefty damage on anybody really. (18) of Henson finds himself in third. Typical, he just has something in that longer run. Once they get off that fresh tire feel for the cars, he has something in that 5 as he tries to move up the field here. Just trying to chase down JWoww in that 23. Once again, these two drivers, JWoww and Typical, part of the closest finisher in the Ruthless history last week at Charlotte. And that was to punch a ticket for Typical into the Ruthless 4 Championship Auto Club here in a couple weeks. As any smart man knows, next week the cutoff race for the championship is at Talladega, and you don't want to have to rely on Talladega to make sure you're racing for that Ruthless championship. This has been some path for some of these drivers, but Typical has been as dominant as anyone could be in a racing league when it comes to the Ruthless Racing Pro Series here. As we have added some competition as the seasons went on, and he continues to win. So we'll see. I know we've got some guys in here that will get it figured out, and they'll win, you know, their share. But for the moment, this is Typical's league, and you know, it's his to lose. He's the defending champ of Season 1 and looking to do a back-to-back, be Ruthless two-time champ and champion of the first 2 Ruthless seasons. Season 3 is around the corner, though. Inside move here from Typical. Signature move as he tries to get to the inside, using the lap car once again. Oh, down to the inside goes the 17. Now that was interesting, as he did see them 2 wide back there. That was about the best move he could have made. But now we're back to this, and Typical is looking to make a move. Signature just get down on the inside. These guys, you know, as the tire wears, they will start to go up the track a little bit as they make these turns. And whenever your car's just getting down to the bottom and you can hold it down there, and that little bit of just nose room is all you need. As you see him whip it back to the inside for a look right here, not going to happen. Henson here, he finds himself in 4th position, I do believe. JWoww, Typical, DB, Henson, and Hollywood are your top 5 currently running. JWoww up here in the lead, being tussled a little bit on the rear from Typical, trying to make his presence known out here. 5 laps to go here in stage number 2. And I know JWoww just does not want to be on the end of another this last lap pass. As he did get 2 stage wins there at Charlotte. Passed on the last lap in stage 1 and at the end of the race. At the end of the race, he was passing the last foot, the last half foot, inch, if you want to say it. But here we go, 4 to go. Typical trying to just wiggle his nose into another win, stage win here. Last lap past last stage to make him the stage 1 winner against JWoww. Henson has had some good car to bring out in the beginning runs of these stages, but as the stages go on, the pit stops take their toll. He has been falling back, so maybe we'll see what goes on as the race progresses. Right now, this is the battle for 1 at the end of stage 2. 2 to go down the backstretch. Typical looking for anything he can find. Maybe to the outside, no. He's got 1 lap to figure it out, because this is the last lap of stage number 2 as they cross the line. They're 1 and 2 the last time here. Stage 2, can Typical find something for JWoww in the last lap of this one? Back to 3 and 4 for the final time here in stage 2. Looks like somebody is pitting, going down pit road here. Oh, off the wall, Typical! And I'm not sure, he's around all kinds of ways down the front stretch here at the end of stage number 1. We'll see if, yeah, he's still going to finish second. JWoww, Typical, DB, Henson, Hollywood, your top 5 in stage number 2. We will wait for the rest of that top 10. Death Before Dishonor, Shepard, Nascarillo, Dunlap, and Speed Clinic, or Billy, he's better known as, rounding up the top 10. Nascarillo, right now, kind of a dark horse looking out there. Been running rather good out here in this race tonight. We've seen him up there quite a bit, so good on him. And Shepard finds himself in 7th after this stage. He had a real good run up into the front early on in this one, so we'll see if that hot streak for Shepherd continues as we get into stage number 3 here. This stage break is brought to you by Skew Car. JWoww, that stage winner. So typical in JWoww, your stage winners tonight so far. JWoww going to lead the point with DB for stage number 3. Hollywood going to find himself in 3rd. Henson 4th. Death Before Dishonor 5th. And Shepherd poking up there in 6th. Watch out for that 12 there, folks. He might mess around and get a top 5 tonight of Nascarillo. Stage 3, where it all matters. The ticket can be punched right here, right now, and be a part of that Ruthless 4 racing for a championship at the Club de Auto down in Southern California in 2 weeks. You don't want to be relying. Oh, we got a huge wreck up here. That's going to be Lynch with the 45 of Ben. That's going to be 2 cars. And that did not bring out anything from the game. Our engine sounds are all gone. So we'll see if that brings out a manual caution. Yes, manual caution has been called. And this will bring the field down to leader's distressed pace. And once everybody gets back together, they'll have free pass cars and such. And I imagine they'll just get in line for this lap, pit next lap. Everybody tries to find out where they were supposed to be. As you see, let's see, 17 should go by here. Should be a free pass car. There he is. That would be G-Dog getting the free pass this time. I like when they used to call it the Lucky Dog. All right, manual caution here at Dover in stage 3 early on. Contact between Lynch and the 145 of Big Ben. The race captain, Hollywood, co-owner, league runner of the Ruthless Racing Series. If we can find his car, there he is. Manual caution at his discretion, I imagine. As you see the field coming down pit road after the free pass, Lucky Dog goes to G-Dog on this go. We're just going to have fun, watch a little bit of pit road calamity. Battle off pit road. DB going to be your leader, it looks like. As you get up front here. Looks like Hollywood's going to be in second. Death Before Dishonor. Possibly 4th. Or 3rd here, sorry. Henson 4th. Nascarillo up here in 5th in that 12. I told you that 12 car has been something else tonight. Listen to these low revs in these next gen cars here. As I'm not sure JWoww going to come up here to the lead, so that's going to. Now we'll start doing the choose. Got the choose rule here. All right, so now I got JWoww back to the lead. DB 2nd, Hollywood 3rd, Death Before Dishonor in 4th, Henson 5th. On the choose, Shepherd will move up to 6th, while 7th will belong to Nascarillo. Looks like Billy has chosen the inside, and then most of the rest of the field has also chosen the inside. As I'm sure we will be going green this lap, we will be going live in the Skew Car restart zone. And yeah, it's ticket punching time, boys. Get that ticket puncher ready. Going live this lap as we make our way to the SKU car restart zone. Stage number 3 after early caution is back underway. JWoww to the point with DB right next to him. Take in this lap on the manual restart. Oh, we got some bumping here between the 48, 78 coming down into 3 and 4. That's Shepard. Let's see if he can get that figured out by the end of this one. Still a lot of pit stops to go. Manual restart. Oh, we got the 50 sideways coming through turn 1 and 2. 130 of 200 laps complete here at Dover. You see the top 5 has gotten into single file along with several other cars following back in behind. The first battle for position is right here between Lynch and the 77 of Alex. It's typical for some reason, finds himself way back, probably a lot of damage from the end of that stage, I imagine. Which he didn't move up much on the short caution early on here. With 68 laps remaining, a lot can change. Oh, look! There from the 78 up to the 5. Gets him up into the wall. That's going to allow 2 cars to get into striking position, the 50 and the 48. 9 of Dunlap also right there. 50 goes up. Clears the 5, still not clear to the bottom on the 48 of Shepard. Typical is in a bit of trouble back here at losing some more positions. As long as Shepard stays behind. Oh, 50 goes up the track. Typical going to gain back a little bit of what he lost here. Henson rounds up 4th at the moment. Hollywood's hanging out in the top 5. Nascarillo coming up in that 12 car in 6th. Right now your top 3, 23 at JWoww, 20 DB the best, and the 24 of Death Before Dishonor. That's another car right there, that 24 of Death Before Dishonor. He needs a win to punch his ticket. Thanks everybody who's joining Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs Dover right here in the Next Gens. Battle for the lead. DB the best is going to go for it in the 20 on the inside of the 23 JWoww. It's going to possibly put Death Before Dishonor in another striking position here. As DB goes back up, see if they get lined back up. They do. It's going to put Death Before Dishonor right there in 3rd, with Henson right behind him as they were. Hollywood, though, closes the gap a little bit. I think the 12 has lost a little bit here as the runs progressed, and he has dropped back in threat of losing in a position back there. I think Typical is back there with Billy moving to the inside of the 12 here. All right, so Hollywood rounding up your top 5 right here as they run. As DB took the lead from JWoww, and that's how it stands for now. Caution out. Not sure what has happened. Looks like some damage on the 45 and the 9. 17's got some damage. Don't think he was a part of that. Neither was Typical. So interesting on the strategies here. So caution brought to you by Skew Car. So is this drink break. Restarting once again here in stage number 3. And Death Before Dishonor doesn't get a great start out there on the outside. It's going to hold up Hollywood, and that's going to put him in a bad situation. But Billy here, the biggest winner of that caution, I'm going to imagine, is he has moved all the way up to 4th position. Hollywood now just stuck on the outside, and he's got everybody that he's going to have to battle with that fresh tire on. Oh, 17. Oh, they're backing up in turn 1 and 2 here. One got way up there, not the one, but a car. And that was the 45 of Ben. Swerve is now out of this race. Unfortunate for the 50 crew there tonight. The 45, though, not having his best go tonight. So we're going to get back up here towards the front. DB still your leader. JWoww second, Henson third. But right here, Speed Clinic, Billy Holcomb, he has battled way back and finds himself in 4th. Looks like Hollywood finally settled up into 6th position, and Typical has fought his way back up to 5th. And if you ask me, we're looking at 6 cars in the top 6 as around your favorites. And then, I mean, you got Death Before Dishonor. He needs to punch his ticket. He looks good tonight as well. And then you also have the 48. He's been on a hot streak. And then the 12, he's also been surprising tonight. So we got a lot to look at here. As you see the 48 and 12 right there on your screen. They just sit in 7th and 8th at the moment. Death Before Dishonor right behind them in 9th. Basically your whole top 9 is what we're looking at. Anybody with these pit stops, as long as we stay green, it could bring a whole different element into this race. About when you pit, how well you pit. It's all there in the makings for someone to punch their ticket. Dover is such a technical track, a lot of places to make a mistake, and especially right there on that pit road of all. As we see a battle for the lead. Three-car battle up front. JWoww in the middle of that. As Billy and Typical are working together there in 4th and 5th. JWoww back to the inside on the 20. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of momentum. Going to draw even towards the middle of the turn, towards the exit. Going to be not so clear down the backstretch. Henson in a tough spot here, as he's going to try to gain a position here on the 20. 20's got to get down now, and is just barely clear on the nose of the 78 of Billy as he gets up into the wall a little bit. But no calamity. Big Hollywood also hit the wall. Good battle back here in this pack as well. I see your comments, everybody. I just try to keep on the action. speaking of everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the stream, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. That way, whenever you come to our Talladega stream next Thursday and you comment your username, you'll be entered to win a free, yes, free of charge to you, NASCAR diecast. And we ain't talking no crap. These are real NASCAR diecast, some autographed. One Chase Elliott Elite Watkins Glen win up for grabs. So yeah, free 50. Battle in the back looks so good, but we got to get back up to the front because, you know, even though that battle back there looks nice, look how close these guys are. And there's like 2 whole races happening out here at the moment. This is one pack being led by Nash Carrillo and Death Before Dishonor. And here's the other pack being led by JWoww and Henson. DB the Best has moved back to third after Henson and JWoww make the move on him. Allows Billy just to follow perfectly into fourth with Typical right there helping him along. There's Hollywood. He finds himself in 6th position, but in quite the cushion, as he is about perfectly spaced between the 2 racing packs at the moment. DB slap dab in the middle of this pack up front though. 5-car train. And they know just a lot of laps to turn here. 158 out of 200 complete. And they know there's a couple more pit stops on the horizon for them. So they're worried about getting through those nice and perfect. And they'll worry about all the racing down towards the end, I'm sure. JWoww, your leader, also who I'm watching on stream tonight. His gamer tag is his YouTube name. Also, there's a link up there through the 113 comments somewhere. Q-Car, I think you might be right. This could come down to another last lap fiasco, just like Charlotte. Could we have the closest race finish in history in back-to-back weeks in the playoffs? Could it be someone punching their ticket like Henson? The anticipation is killing me. I've knocked over everything. So yeah, just hang loose, everybody. 38 laps remaining when they cross the line this time. 2 more pit stops. And that last pit stop could be crucial, as there's going to be many options. Oh, 78 Billy off the wall. It's going to get Typical out of the groove here. Hollywood already on pit road for one of his stops. He's going to see 20 go down into pit road. It's going to leave a couple guys out. Hollywood on pit road. There's DB in, and JWoww Henson still going to battle for this lead. Typical, I think Billy getting off the wall just got him off the groove a little bit. So he's going to have to work a little extra to get up through and battle before this pit stop. Typical very good on pit stop, so I feel like he gains a lot of ground on those, so he needs to make up a little bit of track position here to make that nearly always perfect pitting strategy come into play here. As I think, yes, there goes the 23. JWoww in the pit. Typical Henson stays out on track. Hollywood already back out. Billy goes in this time as well. Mascarillo down in for service. Shepard coming back off pit road. Alex still out there. That was an interesting look there with Hollywood. Not quite sure what happened. Looks like mostly everybody this time coming on and off pit road fairly good. Get a good view of a couple cars this time. Typical now on pit road. Henson on pit road. JWoww going to come off, merge onto the track. Looks like DB's in the lead on that cycle out of these drivers. Hollywood with that earlier pit stop, he was back quite a bit, but he might gain a little bit here before everybody gets going. Here's Henson now coming off pit road. And this could be interesting. Oh, 45. It gets a lot of wall there. Off of 2. Looks like most everybody's made that pit stop. Here comes a couple guys off of pit road. Alright. And then we just have 2 cars not getting her done tonight. 20 of DB the best is going to be your leader, as I suspected. And he could be running maybe no tires, right side tires. There's a weird strategy here. There is another pit, but there is not a lot of laps after that pit or before that pit, or however you want to run it. It is interesting how these guys are going to split it up. In this one, some guys could split it in half, run a long run off of no tires or something. On this pit stop, maybe they just went in and got enough fuel to get them through to the next 24 laps. A lot of strategies could be in the play here, because as you see, the gap for the lead is this big. It is the 20 and the 23 battling right here, and then Henson back there middle turn coming out of 2. There's Hollywood. He pitted rather early, and he gained some positions as he finds himself in 4th. Typical, maybe staying out a little later wasn't the greatest move. They're certainly going to have that fresher tire, and we'll just see what kind of strategies these guys are going to run. This is 172 out of 200 are complete here from Dover. Shepard been a man with a plan the last couple of weeks. I don't know what he's got about him right now. With 28 laps remaining, another pit stop to go. It's all going to be in the strategy, in my opinion, towards the end of this one. Typical tries to work his way all the way back up through the field, already passing Hollywood for 4th, looking to chase down Billy for, or I'm sorry, passing Hollywood for 5th, looking to chase down Billy for 4th. As the top 3 up there. It's like DB's. Oh, somebody was around back there. Or out of gas or something. Not sure who that was. Go look at that. G-Dog might have wrecked. Might have been a single car incident. I'm sure that was quite scary for old Death Before Dishonor. That 24 car. Typical does make the pass on Billy as he tries to chase down 2nd and 3rd now, which is Henson, and who just got past, or who just passed DB. JWoww, though, your leader, he's stretched out there quite a bit now with another pit stop. Like I said, it's going to come down to these strategies, how well you get on and off pit road, if you get black flagged or not. There's all kinds of stipulations to this race. Jay Wow working up to death before dishonor. He had a quite a good car. Been in a couple accidents today, but now he's looking at losing a lap, or no, maybe just going in for his strategy. He's going to run that off strategy I was talking about. Maybe a couple guys are actually. Hollywood going to do that as well. Going to possibly run the more, the longer run that short run right after that pit not long ago. So interesting move here by the 14. He had a couple, I think he had one or two in on him with it. 45 is in there. I hope, yeah, he is in for service. 8 is out of the race. 17 is out on the track, out of pit road. 50 is out of the race. And typical, looks like maybe some leaders pit. Here, let's see. No, they didn't. Maybe something happened to typical. I didn't think he was this far back. Now, J-Well is your leader. Henson right there in second. As we got the 45 coming off pit road at Big Bend now. We're on here with J-Well. He is our in-race streamer tonight as well, as he leads this thing. The concrete jungle has been tough. I think we've had 4, maybe 5 cautions tonight. Certainly 5 or 6 little incidents here and there. Yeah, Monster Mile. That's what it's been. And J-Wow, your leader, we're under 20 to go now. We were looking at 17 laps remaining with the burnout rule. Burnout rule is in effect tonight, unless ruthless overtime occurs. J-Wow, a win for him does absolutely nothing but puts him into the Ruthless record books as a Ruthless Pro Series winner. But not for the playoffs, as he is not a part of that. But someone who would like to see a win next to his name is right there in the 18 of Henson. That ticket puncher is getting closer to the 23 up here. And that, strategic pit stop still there. We'll see what happens. These guys are already beyond the full tank or full fuel run threshold. So now anything from here on out, they're going to be running rather quick cars if they stay on, or if they take tires. Dover is a very hard track to not take tires at, so I imagine nobody will be doing that. It'll all be 4 tires when everybody goes in. But you see these guys running like 8-10 laps of fuel on 4 fresh tires. They're going to be rather quick, so it may come down to who has the drag race car here at the end of this one. As Skew Car mentioned just earlier, this could come down to another last lap pass like last week at Charlotte, which was the closest Ruthless finish ever. As 14 laps remain, 13 remain, 12 once they get to the line. With that burnout rule in effect, more. Oh, we got the 17. I believe that was bouncing off that wall a little bit back there. It's DB. I'm not sure if that might be him in third there. Yep, no, it is not. Hollywood, do not believe he will have to pit again, as he is already pit. Everybody going to have to make the pits that he's already made. And maybe he might cycle around to the lead and have to hold him off or something. But we'll see. He's going to have his hands full with staying out like this. He would have to build quite the lead to not have to really use the ticket puncher. A lot of guys on pit road now, as we see getting down to 10 to go. Looks like some of these guys might have ran their full run first. Typical, not quite sure what strategy he's up to. we get some guys coming back on track. J-Wow, your former leader, coming back on track from his service. That will be his last pit of the night. 78 of Billy Ski Clinic coming off the pit road here. 77 of Alex will be coming off pit road. That's Carrillo, one we've been keeping our eye on, along with Shep tonight. We're just trying to keep an eye on all the pit battles here. Looks like typical as your leader right now is Henson in second. These guys have already pit that are trying to get around them, and these guys are really racing for something up here. As you know, that fresher tire is just going to be able to get it done. See Nascarillo really working on the outside of these two guys as he tries to get his laps back. And he does so the hard way. Typical your leader with that pit stop still looming. He is known for taking some risky gambles, and I imagine no different here, as he doesn't really need the win. He just likes to win. So we'll see what he gets done here. Henson, though, also not pit. He's right there. J-Well, though, already pit along with Hollywood. Those are some guys to keep an eye on as we look back through the field. I see J-Well right here. I don't know if he is trying to fight for that lap back. That's possibly what he's doing here. He's waiting for these guys to pit to gain that lap back. The fresher tire is what these two guys are going to be relying on here at the end. They could possibly be even holding out for a caution or something. Maybe that's the best case scenario for them at this moment. But do not doubt one of these guys making the Hail Mary move of like some kind of weird pit strategy. Of like maybe right side, somebody crazy wouldn't do that at Dover, right? But, you know, these guys aren't crazy. They're insane. This is your battle for the lead. And that's J-Well back there. I imagine he's just trying to get the lap back from pitting, as these guys have not yet. And we're really getting down to it here. So we'll get us an accurate lap count from when they just passed the line right then. Yeah, 3 to go. Maybe these guys have already pit a while back. It's 2 to go here. Ticket puncher on the front of the 18 here. All right, maybe these guys already pit. J-Wow coming up here. Henson trying to throw a little bit of a block. He gets a little bit of a move there. He had quite the run, that 23 did. Now he's going to be up there on Typical. Typical going to give it to him all the way down. 1 to go, presented by Skew Car. All the way down to the inside. Typical up into the wall. Down onto Henson. He's going to spin it. It's going to be a wreck between 1 and 2. J-Wow going to come through clean as a whistle and win this race from Dover in the Ruthless Racing Pro Playoffs. Ticket puncher didn't punch any tickets tonight. Burnout's going to belong to the 23. As we get a look at the official results, possibly here in just a minute. This is going to be interesting. Not sure how that one played down once the wreck happened. So this is interesting. Maybe like a little Denny Hamlin Bowman moment here. Burnouts go to the 23. He pits himself here. He just needs to pass the line first. I believe Henson, if they threw the caution, I'd probably put Henson in second. There's Typical backed out there. He did. Race is officially over, though. And I guess we'll get the official top three in here. It'll be JWoww, DB the best, and Henson Racing in your top three. Fourth goes to Speed Clinic or Billy. Fifth goes to Shepard. Sixth goes to Lynch. Seventh, Nascarillo. Eighth, Hollywood. Ninth goes to Alex. And 10th to Death Before Dishonor. Everybody hang around as we get to the driver interviews after this one. From Dover, JWoww was your winner, followed up by Henson, or DB, and then Henson, I do believe. I'm not sure the official results quite yet due to the wreck, but I think that was official. And we'll wait for Henson if he comes through, and DB. We'll give them a few minutes to see if they join. I know JWoww has joined us here, so we'll go ahead and give him the big congratulations on the win there on the last lap. DB has now joined us. There's Typical. So, anybody have official results? Is there something different from what I saw?
I don't know. Hopefully they don't give it to the shit driver that wrecks people for a win.
Hey, that's fair, but you know.
Should have won, JWoww.
Well, anyways, if Henson's not going to come through, I guess we'll move on over to the 20 car. And that'll be DB finishing up second. Wreck there on the last lap, gets through it clean, bringing home second. You had a strong car all night. You was running up in the top 5 nearly the whole damn race. Just kind of walk us through there what the concrete jungle was like of the Monster Mile.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty good car. It was probably good enough to compete for the win. I kind of screwed up my strategy at the end because I was planning to short pit my second stop, and I filled it with fuel, which kind of screwed me because I ended up losing a lot of time off of that. But I don't really know what happened up front. I probably should have finished fourth there, but I guess some chaos happened. It seemed like it was going to be a good finish, and I don't know. People seem pissed off now about it. It would be nice to see people not get so butthurt over a video game when they don't win every race, but I don't know.
Hey, I feel you guys. But overall, I feel like it was a real competitive race out there tonight, and yeah, I feel like it really came down to those pit stops, especially when it stayed green and staying out of anything that happened. But that was something you seemed to do good for the most part, and got through that last one anyways.
Good run, DB.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, as always, thanks for racing with us here, DB, and hope to catch you at Dega.
I appreciate you guys having me.
All right, now Henson's here with us, and their driver of the 18, Ticket Puncher, could have been, it was in the balance tonight, so didn't get it done. You're going to have to rely on Dega or some points to get into the Ruthless 4. So how you feeling after this one?
Well, I mean, I know I had a really good car. I was more or less trying to wait it out for the end and make the, last week we had a really good finish. JWoww and Ty door to door for the win, and I was trying to make that happen. I knew JWoww was coming on fresh tires, but I don't know. He dove it in, and he was kind of there, but I don't know. I tried to go low and try to clear them both, and when I tried to clear them both, I just destroyed my car. But good run, everybody. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't have honestly done the same thing But it is what it is.
Well, looked like you had a good car, like you said. I felt like you were in great contention all night long, and you came out in third. Probably not the finish that you wanted, but do you feel like Talladega is going to have to be a real good run for you, or you feel like you're going to make it?
If we're just being honest, Talladega is up for grabs for anyone. I'm not really a super speedway person, but it'll be fun. I'm sure the draft. I mean, we run low draft now on these cars, so it'll. If you fall out of the draft, you're kind of screwed at that point. But it'll probably be one. I've never finished good at super speedways. I never finished better than third or fifth or so. But it'd be nice to win. I've never won at a super speedway, but we'll see. I think I'll be. If I don't make the final four, then there's a severe driver etiquette issue on my end. So.
All right, Henson. Well, man, I appreciate all that, and as always, appreciate you racing, and another podium for you.
Thanks for everything you do, Stu. You do an awesome job up there. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, no problem. All right, so yeah, now we're gonna get over to our race winner, and that was JWoww in that 23 McDonald's Toyota. First off, I want to say congratulations on the win, and then second off, I want to say, man, there's just a way we deal with things. I don't know what the hell it's like going on or whatever, but we'll get it sorted out. And but just first off, just walk us through, up front, all daggone night, Henson, typical interchanging, DB up there leading laps even. It was just a good mix of everybody leading the race as it progressed. Just walk us through your race, and congratulations on your first Ruthless win.
Thank you. So stage one, started the race. We had a little bit of contact from car on the bottom, but yeah, we got pushed from second back to seventh, I believe. We had a little bit of damage, but we still worked our way up through the field. I think we finished second in stage one. Yeah, I think we finished second in stage one, and we won stage two. I believe Typical was on the fresher tires, but his long run, like he could blast off on a short run, and then his long run start coming back to me, and I believe he stayed out longer, so he got the fresher tires and he made up this time. But he got to my bumper for the last 8 laps of that stage, and he just kind of stayed right there. And then he started making his move with round 3 to go. But I think as the more of the setup went towards me, as the longer the run came, then stage 3 we had a couple cautions, but everything was pretty much clean. We were up front most of the time. DB, he had a pretty fast car for the short run. But yeah, Henson was there, and then he pitted 1 or 2 laps later, and we had such great pit entries for the race tonight. About almost sped in the last one, but we had to give it all we got. And as you've seen, we needed everything right there coming to the last lap. And I almost forgot that last lap was actually with 1 to go, and until somebody said it with 3 to go, which was actually 2 to go, and I was like, oh man, I got to start making moves now. And I was about like half a second away from them, and yeah, we passed Henson, and then we're coming to the 1 to go. I had a run coming on Typical. I was thinking about going low, but then I felt like if I went high, I would have got pushed up the track, and I would have been it's hard to say that. I would have been a bad spot on the high side, and then possibly could have been the swap how he would have been if I would have pushed him out track. But he blocked low. I let off on the corner, so I let him overdrive it. I overdrove it a little bit too, but my fresher tires allowed me to turn back down faster, and my nose was there, but I was end up cut off into the apron, and at that point you're not lifting, and I don't expect him to lift it if he was in the same spot too, if I would have done the same thing. So he may have complained a little bit, but I expect. He said I don't race him clean, but I literally raced him clean the last race. But I don't know if his memory is that jogged up.
I do want to apologize to the 23 and the 9 because my car was super loose the first 4 laps. I was the one under him at the beginning that pushed him up the track, and I kept hitting a bump coming at it too that would shoot my car up the track the first few laps. I don't know what it was, but definitely want to apologize to them.
It's all good.
Yeah, so yeah, good explanation there, Jay. Well, I mean, you gave me the whole rundown, and it seemed like it was quite the battle out there all the way down to the last lap, and it seemed like, your first two races here in Ruthless, they've came down to literally all the asphalt that was left in the race. So, or in this case, concrete. But you finally, after a few stage wins, you get that first win here. So, once again, congratulations on that.
Yeah, and I want to shout out to all my JCR teammates. We brought an outdated setup to here, but I had to change gears very late coming in. Like I hopped on probably about 45 minutes before the qualifying started, and I started having internet issues. But we had to make a gear change because when switching from the old cars to the new car setups, it was a little tedious. But we found something in the middle that would help us out, and we loosened it up just enough. So yeah, I want to thank everybody at the JCR camp, and yep.
Good deal, man. Well, once again, thanks for racing, and we'll catch you at Dega probably.
Yes, sir. Thank you for broadcasting.
Yeah, no big deal. All right, so there you have it, JWoww, your winner at Dover. Nobody technically punches the ticket tonight. Probably some points gained that will help some people move up the ladder, but there's still the possibility of someone sneaking in there, winning Talladega, and being in that Ruthless 4. I imagine there's 7 guys that can really do that. So, you don't want to miss next week, and next week is whenever you can enter for the free diecast giveaway that will be announced the following Tuesday at the Pro-Am Talladega race. The winners will be. There'll be 2 winners there, so make sure you're subscribed and come over to that Talladega live stream. Same bad time, same bad channel. Comment your YouTube username. Get a chance at winning one of those awesome diecasts. This is your Ruthless Racing Pro playoffs. Somebody did something with their mic. Freaked me out. Okay, anyways, Ruthless Racing Pro playoffs here from Dover in the next gens. Won by JWoww, second comes to DB, and third is rounded up by Henson. That's all I got here from Ruthless Racing tonight on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're there next Thursday to get that diecast. As always, rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing.